Okay, I guess that I'm going to talk about my mental health condition. So the thing is that in 2008, I had an EEG, and the neurologist said that I had micro seizures. And I didn't really know what that meant at the time. I tried to Google it, but Google wasn't that good in 2010 and in 2011. So I just recently, a couple of days ago, like I found out that there's two kinds of seizures. That there's simple seizures and complex seizures. The simple seizures are the ones that where you don't fall on the ground. So, and the complex ones are the ones where you do fall on the ground, foaming at the mouth sometimes. And so the thing is that people think that I have Asperger's or something like that because of my mannerisms. But I I trying to figure out what is autism, what is Asperger's, why do I really have it, and stuff like that. So the thing is that the way I feel is that like a seizure is something where it just like starts like it's sort of like a cramp. It was like your hand got just cramped up and you couldn't make it stop, you know. So it's you seize up. That's what a seizure is. You're seizing. You're cramping. And so that's the way I feel all the time. And so the thing is that like that could be seen as like autistic or something like that, or Asperger's or something like that. But the thing is, like I feel that sometimes I'm doing an activity and I can only do that one activity, because if I try to do something else, like I'll just stop. And it's like, for example, like I used to be able to read Wikipedia all the time. You know, the thing is, like, an Asperger's person would just read Wikipedia whenever they want. But with me, it's like I feel so bad that I can't read the entire article. I just read like the beginning and stuff like that. You know, like I feel like I'm really tight and stuff like that. And also that's the other reason I feel that I don't have energy. Like maybe it's not that I don't have energy. It's just that like if you're cramped up all the time, then you can't do things. And so if you try to do things, you just feel worse and worse and worse. And so the thing is, I feel cramped up. I mean, like I feel contorted inside. And so the thing is that okay, there's this guy I know who has an IQ of 170. At least I think he has that IQ. So like he said that like autism is when there's so much noise happening that signals can't get in. So the thing is that with autism, there if a shiny lights, bright things, all those things go into the um the camera's shaking. So the thing is that they're all like they're overstimulated like that because all the noise is going in there is because like the guy with the guy said that I know, he said that it's so much information can't get in, so then when information gets in, that creates overstimulation. Now the difference between an autistic person and a Asperger's person is that the Asperger's person is sort of like a flat. So the thing is that like they're able to just like well the affect. So the thing is that like the inflection of the voice and the way the face looks, and just like it's just dealing with a person that just stares blankly. They stare at you with a blank face. And so that's kind of the way their brain is. It's not that things aren't happening in there. It's just that what I read an article that said that there's an immune response of the brain cell, that it hardens up so that so that it doesn't get infected. And so the thing is that if the entire brain of an Asperger's person is like hardened, so that means that they're kind of inflexible. So the thing is, that's why when idioms. So walk a mile in someone else's shoes, right? And so the thing is, they'll take that, and because they're all rigid and so like inflexible, they can't figure out what that means. And so the thing is, like, I can figure out what some like basic idioms I understand, but sometimes there's an idiom I haven't heard. So the thing is that, like, not everyone is going to understand every idiom that there is. There could be like thousands of them. So like if you hear some kind of idiom, like maybe like if you go to Ireland, they'll probably have Irish idioms that Americans wouldn't understand, you know. So the thing is, getting back to it, is that the autistic person, their brain is hard, but the Asperger's brain is hard, but the autistic person is, all this noise is coming in, they can't deal with it, and sometimes there's cross symptoms, you know, like that, but generally, an Asperger's person will be inflexible in understanding other people, or they can, the processing still works. It's just an inflexible processing. That's a bad description, but like if you see it, I've been watching lots of videos of Asperger's people, and they're I guess that's just how I would describe it, is that Asperger's is about being inflexible, and I'm not inflexible. I just like, sometimes I can't do something because I feel bad, you know. So it seizes me, and then I feel all crinkly and I can't do anything. But that's just like electrical signals pulsing out, and it stops you because it just pulses. With the Asperger's persons, they're automatically just all the way through rigid. Nothing is stopping them. It's just that it's like blocks instead of sand. Like a normal person would be like sand, and it's like it can get filled in containers and stuff like that. But like a block, you know, like Lego blocks, those have to be put together in a certain way that sand, that can't be done. It can't do what sand can do. So like a normal person's brain is sort of like maybe like sand, and like so that's just how I am. So people think that I have Asperger's, my mannerisms, you know. So, but it's I guess I'll have to make a final conclusion. Okay, so generally, autistic people have problems with noise. Autistic people have problems with rigidness and inflexibility. And people with seizures, like I said, he said micro seizures, so I just simple seizures, which is the seizures where you don't fall down. And those people, they seize up, and they can't, and when that happens, it's hard for them to do things. So the thing is that, like, currently I already had a brain scan in 2015, but no one told me anything. And so the thing is, I'm going to have another brain scan because my doctor wants me to have one, because he said, I want to check you for seizures. Now the thing is, I think I already do have seizures because of how I described it, and I did have an EEG in 2008. So I'm just tired of people thinking that I have Asperger's when it's not. It's my mannerisms don't. People can't read mannerisms, I guess, and so like like one thing is that I consider myself ENFJ, which is like a personality type in Myers-Briggs, and so the thing is like ENFJs are supposed to be very flexible when it comes to people, and so the thing is that like when I talk to people, generally they don't like I pause a lot, like when Jimmy from South Park, the crippled kid, where he has to force himself to say words. That's because he's seizing up and he can't get the words out. So the thing is, normally when I talk to people and I feel relaxed, like they think I'm normal. It's only when people on the internet talk to me that they think I'm not normal and they think I have Asperger's, because generally I don't know. If you're not researching this stuff, you're going to get stereotypes and stuff like that. You're going to make up your own ideas of what something is. Now I'm doing that currently, but I'm giving evidence for it. Like I'm explaining how it could be and stuff like that. But some people, they just like they get this gut feeling that oh no, he is this way. And so the thing is like, um, I just feel that I'm flexible with people, and that's why I'm currently having that personality type, because I study personality. I'm just like, it's hard for me to do certain things, and that's why I don't deal with people normally. It's not that I'm inflexible with people. It's just that like I can't handle just being cramped all the time, and that's why I have to just like do what I normally do, which is use the computer, because like I used to have many ideas. Like I had tons of ideas, But the thing is, like, I just I was very isolated from other people. I guess like no one. It just felt like no one wanted to talk to me and stuff like that. So like I was just like in my apartment for like over two years, just on the internet, because like I couldn't handle doing like I couldn't handle just like I never had any friends. So like when I didn't have a social network, so when I got out of high school, I had a mental breakdown, and I went to a halfway home for 2 years. Then I went to my mom's house, fought with my brother, and I had to leave. And then I was in my apartment for 2 years, and then I had a job for like 2 years, and then it's just that all the people that were around me, like they just I guess I'm just putting this all on the fact that maybe I wasn't around the right people at the right time for me to get have social interactions. And because I didn't have social interactions, I got worse and worse and worse, and that probably made my seizures worse, and so that's why that's why I have the mannerisms I do, and that's probably why people think I have autism, or not autism, but like Asperger's. But in conclusion, like I think that my personality type is ENFJ, because like I'm very flexible with people. I can like there was this article I wrote on my blog about Sailor Moon, and the thing is like I do understand the characters and their motivations and why they're doing what they're doing. And so I just think that like I need to get better with my seizures maybe, and I think I'm flexible because my personality is ENFJ, and I just need to get better from just like I have emotional pain, and I need to get better from that.